Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the podcast and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, we're going to be diving into a couple of Arsenal stories, but then I'll also tell you about our preseason because it begins tomorrow. Arsenal in Germany. Looks like we could start our preseason without Thomas Partey. It's not the best story I can give you, but I'm sorry. It is the truth. Arsenal might begin their preseason tomorrow in Germany without Thomas Partey. But also we'll discuss Arsenal seriously now considering bidding a second offer for Serge Milinkovic-Savic around 65 million euros. That is according to the Standard. Man United are very much interested and they have stepped up their interest in Yuri Tielemans. They're approaching Leicester City with a bid very, very soon. Arsenal have to speed up, according to Fabrizio Romano. Otherwise, they might lose the rest of the player, although they have 100% guaranteed intention of the player to join them. And also, Memphis Depay, Arsenal are willing to hijack a deal for Memphis Depay to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know why we do that. Is Memphis Depay a player you think Arsenal should sign this summer? Let me know in the comment section. Not a bad shout, in my opinion, but I mean, just talk to me. Talk to me in the comments. I'll give you my opinion on Memphis Depay and what is the latest around his contract situation and the interest from Arsenal. But hit the like button for me. Let's get this one to 800 likes and subscribe to the podcast as well. We are very close to 52,000 subscribers. Now, let's start off with the Serge Milinkovic-Savic bid. According to the Standard, they have confirmed the Arsenal's offer initially that was sent in was rejected by Lazio, and it was around 45 million pounds, which is around 55 million euros. According to the Standard, Arsenal are very, very keen on the midfielder, and they are very much prepared to go in with a second bid around 65 million euros. Now, in my opinion, let's say this, lads, the good thing together, we looked at the statistics of Serge Milinkovic-Savic, and we all agreed that Yuri Tielemans is the better player, and we should go for Yuri Tielemans. 65 million euros for Serge Milinkovic-Savic sounds a lot of money. Yes, I agree. It would even be less than what Lazio are asking for, because Lazio are asking for 60 million pounds. So if Arsenal make a bid of around 65 million euros, it would still be a little bit behind the 60 million pounds. Probably it could be around 58, 57 million pounds for the Serbian midfielder. He's not a bad shout. Like we said, he's not a bad player. 61 goal involvements across the last 4 years. That is not bad. That is absolutely okay. A player can play for you as a central midfielder, as an attacking midfielder. It is absolutely fine. But when you think about that price, when you think about that amount of money, and you think about Yuri Tielemans, Tielemans is a steal. Tielemans is a bargain. Tielemans is a no-brainer. Tielemans is every kind of word you would use to get something so precious for free. So Serge Milinkovic-Savic, though, I want to report the facts first. Arsenal are prepared to go all out for the player. They are preparing a 65 million euro bid, according to the Evening Standard. It is not yet known whether Lazio will agree to a compromise, because they are very, very adamant that any club should pay 60 million pounds to get the services of the midfielder. So, look, I don't know, a couple of people in the comment section yesterday, over 10,000 people watched that video where we were comparing Yuri Tielemans and Savic. Well, it was a very, very good video, by the way. And many of you chose Yuri Tielemans, but a significant number of others also chose Serge Milinkovic-Savic. And that shows you the quality of the player, because when you look at the kind of level at which Arsenal fans are obsessed with Yuri Tielemans, you could never think that there is a player who could turn their heads, turn their thoughts around, and they say, wait a minute, maybe Yuri Tielemans is good, but Serge Milinkovic-Savic is also a good player. So at the moment, Serge Milinkovic-Savic is very much alive on the radar of Arsenal in their pursuit for a central midfielder. I don't understand at any point in time, lads, why Arsenal are pushing harder for Serge Milinkovic-Savic than for Yuri Tielemans. Yes, I understand we've done a lot of work on the Yuri Tielemans deal since January, but we should be bidding this amount of money for Yuri Tielemans. Is it true what Belgian journalist Tavieri said in the morning that Tielemans is not the priority? Is it true? Because if it's a priority, then why are we wasting a lot of time bidding millions and millions of euros for a player that we know very much plays in the same position as Yuri Tielemans? I get confused in that regard. But then also, according to the Manchester Evening News, Man United have stepped up their interest in Yuri Tielemans. Jacob Benz has confirmed that at the moment, Man United is very much interested. Now, Jacob Benz is the same journalist who has been reporting how Arsenal are leading that race and how Arsenal have 100% confidence in Yuri Tielemans to wait for them until they sign him. Now he says Man United are very much interested. They have stepped up their interest and an offer is coming in very, very soon. Leicester City now are expecting 2 offers from 2 different clubs for Yuri Tielemans, and this is a shambles from Edu. This is a shambles from Edu. He's gonna feel the wrath of Arsenal fans if he doesn't get this one over the line. So the Manchester Evening News are saying Erik ten Hag is a very big admirer of the player. They have not had any contact between them and Yuri Tielemans, which is something very, very positive. Because look, Tielemans, in his own opinion, wants a club that has a project ongoing, that has a project that is promising. Yes, the project of Erik ten Hag at Man United has not yet started going, but when you look at the signings they're trying to make, if they point him in that direction, tell him you're going to be playing alongside Frankie de Jong, you're going to be playing alongside Donny van de Beek and the likes of Lisandro Martinez and the likes of Malacia and the likes of Jadon Sancho, I think Erik ten Hag also has the power to turn the head of Yuri Tielemans. And this is why Arsenal need to get this deal done. We either need to have to agree a deal in principle with Leicester City, and that is the only way we can be very, very sure that the player is ours. Agreeing personal terms and getting the player to agree to play in outside UCL, that is so cheap. Any club can do that. United can do that. Spurs have signed in quality signings without UCL before, and now we also know that Spurs were interested in the first place in the player, and they have UCL. So United being interested doesn't scare me very much, although now their interest is are going to up to that level where they're gonna make a bid. It doesn't scare me that much because their priority is Frankie de Jong, and honestly, unless they can find Frankie, they will not rest. So I'm not very, very scared of them unless they want to sign in 2 central midfielders, which I think won't be the issue. With Donny van de Beek already in the team, I think it's and they've also signed in Christian Eriksen, so it could be De Jong, Eriksen, Donny van de Beek, and Bruno Fernandes. Those 4 will be exchanging patterns in the central midfield and attacking midfield areas. So in my opinion, United are interested. They're afraid they might not get Frankie de Jong. It's none of our concern, but Arsenal just need to get this done, lads. We just need to get it over the line. Why take all this time? I mean, at times it can come back to bite us, but why wait for it to come back and bite us when we can get it done? So Yuri Tielemans, United very much interested, and the battle is now on. 2 bids expected from Arsenal and Man United. Thank you so much, Edu, for making this a little bit harder than we expected. Now, Arsenal are beginning their preseason tour in Germany tomorrow against FC Nuremberg. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right. It is it's not Nuremberg, you know. It is FC. Actually, I think it is Nürnberg or Nürnberg, something like that, right? But I prefer to call them Nuremberg because I don't have a lot of German vocabulary and everything. So Arsenal will begin their preseason. I will do a preview for the match and a match review as well. But we're playing tomorrow 18:30 p.m. East African Standard Time. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the Arsenal website. It gives you kickoff times in your region, in your regional hours, right? So we'll play against Nuremberg. Now the question is, will Thomas Partey be part? The truth is, at the moment, as things stand, it is more unlikely that Thomas Partey will be part of that German game or the German games, because if he's gonna be part of it, then he might need to fly to Germany, which we do not have any confirmation about whether he flew to Germany now. So he's in London. The latest information we had was that he is in London. So he has to fly to Germany and then probably train today and play tomorrow. Train today and tomorrow, which might be very difficult. So tomorrow you might not be able to see Thomas Partey. But what is gonna be interesting here, lads, and I think I'll mention it in the match reaction, is one, I want to see who's going to play in that role for Thomas Partey. I want to see if Mikel Arteta still thinks Albert Samuel Lokonga is going to be playing as a single pivot, or he has completely turned his head around and changed Albert Samuel Lokonga's position. Because in my opinion, I think his position, his favorite position, is a little bit, as a central midfielder, just above Yuri Tielemans, but above Thomas Partey. But anyway, our preseason kicks off tomorrow in Germany. Of course, we have had our first preseason game where we beat Ipswich Town 5-1. Now, reports are also saying that Arsenal are very much interested in hijacking a deal. This sounds like this sounds like a targeted article, right? Something rhetorical, just to incite reaction. The Arsenal are interested in hijacking any move for Memphis Depay from Tottenham Hotspur. Now, the article does not show that Arsenal are interested in Memphis Depay. The article shows that Arsenal are interested in blocking Spurs in blocking Spurs from signing Memphis Depay. But of course, since January, we've had interest from Tottenham and Arsenal in Memphis Depay. There is another Premier League club that is interested in the Dutchman. Barcelona are very open to selling. I think around 15 million euros could get the deal done. He doesn't have a lot of work to do under Xavi at backup. Should Arsenal bring him in? If we can offload Nicola Pepe, bring in a classy winger, I would bring in Memphis Depay in terms of... I wouldn't really sign Memphis Depay, honestly. Because when you look at the numbers we have both on the right and on the left wings, it's going to be a lot. It's really going to be a lot. You're going to have Saka. Then Arsenal could sign another winger who's not Memphis Depay. Then you're going to have Martinelli. You'll have Emile Smith-Rowe as well. You could have Marquinhos stay in the team as well. Fabio Vieira could play on either wings as well. So I don't think Arsenal need the services of Memphis Depay. But for the experience, maybe a 2-year deal could work for us. But 15 million euros, investing 15 million euros in Memphis Depay, I would rather invest that in other areas of emergency need. Yeah, Memphis Depay, not a wise deal that I would recommend Arsenal to do. But we are interested, and that is also confirmed. So that is the latest around the team. I'll speak to you soon.